guys, it's Kelly. I'm here to plan for you today. I'm going to be planning for the week of September the 25th, which is this week, and today is Monday, so I'm planning in my main planner. You can see I have lots of goodies laid out here. I was going through my sticker stash and I happened upon like the most unbelievable stash of fall stickers ever. Now I did go to Etsy and I looked up these shops and I couldn't find them, so I don't know if they have been renamed, if they've split and gone their separate ways and there's different shops. I don't know, but you can always search by description, of course, and I'm just going to kind of go through and use some of these beautiful stickers I have. It's going to be a combination of matte, glossy, and I believe a little bit of vinyl in there too. So I have all of my Paper Mate Flare pens that I think I might use this time. I'm going to put those to the side. These are all the washi that I'm thinking about using. Since I don't have headers, I think I'm just going to go with this, which is fine with me. I mean, I kind of pretty much know what I want to do anyway. So since I'm going to be using this as my headers, that means that I'm going to do a very straightforward plan with me with my to-dos, my todays, and my little things at the bottom. I really don't have much to go on for little things at the bottom, so I don't know how that's going to work yet. I do have this wood grain if I decide to use it, and I also have this which is leaves and this which is trees, and it really works really well with these stickers that I have. This is from Sparkle and Paper. It's their seasonal edition. At some point I purchased these stickers. I have no idea. I actually have the Christmas edition too, which is Christmas lights and things like that. I looked for Sparkle and Paper on Etsy and didn't see it, so I don't know if it's gone or what's going on there. And then here with Sugar Peas Papery, I found this, and it just says like pumpkin patch. It has some different kinds of things here. I have full boxes, half boxes, those kinds of things. I've used this in the past at some point, and this was the sampler that came with it. Then I don't know where this came from at all, but it is fall quotes, and I also had these little trees, and I thought that all of this goes together, so I'm just going to combine it, do the best that I can with it, and go from there. So if you guys are up for that, keep on watching. Okay, let's go ahead and bend this up because I need to think about my washi first. I think my washi is going to be one of my my main elements, and that being the case, I think I want to go ahead and go in with these as my headers, and then I want to put, let's see, I think I'm going to put the leaves at the top and the trees at the bottom. I think that makes, or maybe vice versa. No, I'm going to do it like this because this is, it has a lot of white space so you can see through it. And then we'll figure out the flags and other things later. So let's go ahead and just get started on this. I think I'm going to start with yellow at the top. I am going to be using my handy dandy Starbucks card to cut with. But yeah, guys, I just, was, as you know, when I moved in this house with my back issues, I never really got the chance to, and this is going to show through a bit, but I think it's going to turn out okay. You guys know that I never really got the opportunity to fully move in. And so yesterday I was emptying and collapsing some boxes, and I came across a box that had this big bag full of stickers laying in it, and I just couldn't believe I saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? And so apparently at some point I just gathered it all up to get out when I was moving, and I didn't ever organize it into my binders so that I would know where some of the shops were from, things like that. I know that a lot of you really like watching my Use It Up series, so I guess this could be considered a Use It Up series. I just know that I am using stickers that I don't necessarily know where they're from. I'm using stickers that, I don't know if you can still find them. I'm using stickers that, are just collection of different places rather than a kit. So yeah, that being the case, I guess you could call it a Use It Up series. I'm just going to probably in the description box call it a fall or autumn plan with me in my main planner or something of that nature. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle the little things at the bottom yet. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. I have been contemplating since I decided to do this what might I do with that. And yeah, I'm still, I'm no further along than I was before. So yeah, we're just going to have to let it happen today, guys, because I found these. They seem to be really great stickers. I want to use them, and so that's what we're going to do. You know, I have spent a fortune on stickers and not used even close to the amount of stickers that I have because I really got into purchasing kits. Getting into purchasing kits was the death of me, I think, when it came to my bank account, because I sort of stopped using these individual stickers like this, and I started using kits. And kits are wonderful. They're my favorite, honestly. But if you really think about it, when it comes to planning, using kits takes away a little bit of your creativity. And so you can see now how that's going to look. Even though there's some darkness behind there, you can still see what is going on. And so I think that's going to be fine. So let me go ahead and work with my, let's see, I think I'm going to use the leaves on the bottom. So if I can find that, here it is. I wondered where I laid it at. But yeah, I mean, you know, I just, I felt like that I used to have to be really, really creative when, you know, planning. And I had to come up with my own things, and I thought, you know what? I need to get back to that just a little bit so that I can start being a little more creative. I've started doing pocket letters, which is a very creative outlet for me, but I just wanted to have, you know, a way to create and use all those creative juices floating around in my head. And yeah, I thought, you know what, let's just go back to the old style of planning, which was very much just, you know, find something to use it, take advantage of the washi tape that I have, those kinds of things. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I just, you know, in life, you get busy doing things. I'm going to put this underneath the trees. I think that'll be really cute, and it'll still give me some space at the bottom, but that'll be okay with me. So I won't be going all the way to the bottom. If I can get this peeled up, it doesn't want to peel up. All of these, the washi tape, are either recollections or I purchased them off Etsy at a washi shop. But I think these I know are recollections because they're from that set in Michael's where you get all the different colors. And then the leaves in the trees here, I believe, are from Etsy. And then the wood grain pattern is a recollections, if I'm not mistaken. At least I think it is anyway. But I mean, you don't have to have the exact same stickers I have in order to get the same look, if that makes sense to you. Anything, you know, with fall colors, anything that is, you know, fall or autumn style, you can do the same thing as long as you have washi tapes and some various stickers that you want to use. Then you should be good to go. I just ran across all these stickers and I was like, I've got to use these. And right now, you know, I am in a financial tight as far as purchasing goes, and I don't want to, I mean, I did make some purchases from the Planner Boss Collective sale. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I have more stickers than I could use in a lifetime. And that being the case, and with the huge amount of, you know, my huge washi collection, I'm not using money that I've spent, that I earned, that was hard-earned money, and I need to be doing that. So far, this is what we have, and I think this is really attractive. It's a good base, a good start for, you know, what's going on. This is yellow, so it kind of blends in, which is wonderful. And then we have this up here, which is purple, but we're going to deal with that shortly. Now, to get started, I know that there was several things that I wanted to use. This is Hello October, and I definitely wanted to use it for my Thankful Thought. And it does go along with a lot of the colors that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to pull that one and put it over here in my Thankful Thought section, because we are entering October this week, which is just unbelievable. I mean, so unbelievable. But yeah, we'll get started there. Now, I may or may not pull in some of these. I know this actually, you know, these patterns, they match so well. I wish I knew where these were from. I mean, that's the only thing bad about going back and using older stickers, is you don't necessarily know where they're from, because at the time I first started planning, I mean, gosh, guys, it just wasn't common for shops to put their names on their sheets like this right here. So I think I want to alternate between these and these, which I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll get started with, let me go ahead and start with this one, because I know for sure I want to use it. Now these they have the round corners. These are going to be, you know, my today section. But yeah, and I'm thinking about using a solid too. If I could mix and match a solid with these, that would be great. Let me go with a yellow over here. I think, let's see, what do I want to do? Yeah, I'll just use this yellow here. And that is if it'll peel up. See, with them being older, that's another thing that you kind of have to sometimes face. They may not want to lift very well. But I want, this has a texture to it. It's almost a fabric look to it. But I'm not worrying about these rounded corners for today. We're going to let that go. And I definitely want to use up the larger ones that are on this sheet. Just like that right there. That looks really good so far. Okay, let's go in now with another, let's go in with this leaf one. If I can get it to lift. Here we go, just like this. Okay. And then I want to go with, probably, let's go with this green, because I used green in the corner. And since I used green in the corner, I would kind of like to use another green here on this page, just to kind of balance it out. Okay. And then we have the orange here, which is really good. Let's see here. And then the final, I'll go ahead and go with this bloom, these blooms here. If I can get it to peel up. Once again, it's, you know, it's one of those things. I've got to find a spot where it's going to separate. I see that it wants to separate. It's getting it to do it. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And I can put this here. I'm still going to be using all of my normal Plan Engineer words and those kinds of things. This has to be functional for me. If it's not functional for me, then of course, you know, I can't really I can't really do anything. Okay, now when it comes to checklists, I have these checklists right here that I think I'm going to use. I have these two sheets. from Paper Rose Planning, and I'm pretty sure Paper Rose Planning is still there, but I know that this yellow will look really good, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of a white space plan with me. I do have some full checklists that I could use, but I don't see any reason in doing that when I can use these. So I'm, for the first time in a very, very long time, going to be using checklist flags, and it has been forever. I'm just going to use the same color. Let's see. Actually, do I want to use the same color? There's 6 of them. I am going to alternate between that and the lighter color. I think that'll be fine, and that way I won't run out. It's going to take me a little bit longer, and there's going to be more of the lines showing and that sort of thing, but I have tons of decorative stickers here, so I think it's going to turn out pretty good. We're just going to have to go with it and see how it goes. I was kind of nervous about putting another one of these up, but I get so many positive responses from, it's nice to see a plan with me where you're not using the same kit that everyone else is using, you know, that sort of thing. It gives you a chance to be creative, you know, all of those comments. That's awesome, and I love to hear that. And so I just thought, you know what, I am going to do it, and you know, hopefully you guys can appreciate that you probably have some things in your sticker stash that you've not used, and maybe I can inspire you to pull those things out and use it, because it's basically wasted money if you're not going to destash, and I really can't afford to destash right now, so that's where I'm at. Okay, let's see how it's looking so far. I think it's looking pretty good so far, honestly. Okay, all right, I do have these little strips that I could have used, you know, but I decided not to use those. I do have these. I think I'm going to put one of these on each side of the planner for the, yeah, I think I will. I'm going to use, since I use so much yellow in the checklist, I'm going to put these up at the top for my flag covers, like that right there. Now, you know, these of course they're going to cover some of the September, the word September, and then also, you know, some of this where it says, you know, like October and that sort of thing. But I'm okay with that because I'm using up stickers that need to be used. There, and see, it doesn't cover it that bad, not in my opinion anyway. Okay, and all of the little places where, you know, we see a little bit of color and things like that, I can handle that later. Okay, I think what I want to do now, let's go ahead and grab the weekend banner because it's really large. And since it's really large, well, let me see here. I need to decide what I'm going to do about my little things. I could use and alternate these and put little things on these. That's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to break out of the mold here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate these. That'll give me 3 little things per bottom section. And then I'll have, it'll be a half box, and then I'll be able to go in with my half boxes that match here, and I'll be able to, you know, write in my plans for filming and such. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's just go ahead and do that, and then I'll put the weekend banner in because it's really large, and I want it to, you know, I want it to show. So I'm just going to kind of put this down as best I can. This will be great. I'm using something that I didn't even expect to use, but I had it sitting here beside me, and I'm trying to think on my feet as I go here. So later on, even in the spring, I may find a great use for all of this green. Hopefully anyway. But yeah, I just decided that I wasn't going to worry about the corner showing with all of these things being round cornered. I'm just going to kind of let it go and just use what I have. And sometimes when you do things like this, it ends up being one of your favorite spreads. And it's because you know that it took a little bit of thinking, a little bit more thinking than normal, and it's something you created yourself, and so you kind of feel a little bit more pride towards it. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, now then, let me get this even. I'm trying to cover up that bottom line just a bit. Okay, just like that. Now then, I think with everything like that done, I think we can go ahead and safely put this in. I'm going to put it across this area here because I don't need very many things on these days, but I do want to have some of this, you know, showing. So I think I'm just going to cover up 2 of those. I need to, you know, make sure I get it nice and straight like that right there. Is that not pretty? That's so pretty, and it's glossy. It's beautiful though. It really is. I love that. Okay, wonderful. Now let's go in with the half boxes that I have and that sort of stuff. So let's see if I can find some that, you know, kind of match. Yep, I can, at least with this one. So I'm going to put it on top of this other one. Let's see, and see, these are vinyl, so you know, and there's a little bit showing there. That's fine. I'm letting it go, guys. Let it go. Let it go. Can you tell it's early morning and I have no voice? I actually used to could sing decently, but the thing is that over the years, you know, without practice, you lose those things, and I have definitely lost my voice. I can no longer sing. Okay, here we go with a matching from this sheet. I would like to use as much of this sheet as possible, so that's always a good thing. And the neighbors next door just turned on some really loud music. But you know what, guys? I'm not going to complain because the guy and his wife, they're just as sweet as they possibly can be. And I'll just tell you, he started getting my trash can in and out for me on Tuesday mornings, which, you know, I think is great. I appreciated it so much. I called my brother and asked if one of my nephews could come cut my grass because obviously I can't do it. And I thought, well, you know, I'll just get one of them to come do it for me. And the next thing I know, my next door neighbor, he has trimmed my shrubs and he has cut my grass for me and cleaned up behind himself with it. And so I just thought that was so sweet. I ran out and I said, you don't have to be doing this. And he says, oh no, it's no problem. I don't mind at all. He said that thing pulls itself, so I don't have to worry about it. And it's no big deal. You've got such a small yard. And so I thanked him. Well, I had an extra new fall Bath and Body candle, and so what I did is I came in and I wrapped that up and I went next door because his wife was home, and I have, you know, I've not been able to meet her, but of course he's told me all about her. She's a nurse, but she was getting ready to go to work, and so I wasn't able to meet her, but I gave him the candle and I said, welcome to the neighborhood, and thank you so very much for everything that you've done to help me around my yard and those kinds of things. And he was just like, oh, it's nothing, you know, but to me it is something, and to me it's a lot. And so I was just very, very appreciative of what he was doing. And yeah, I thought it was awfully, awfully sweet. I mean, nowadays we just don't have people that are willing to, I'm going to use these, strips here to, if I can get them off the backing. Let me see if I can get this off the backing. I may not can. Let me see. You just never know. Oh, I don't think this is going to come off the backing. I don't think there's any way I can get that off. Yeah, it's cut almost all the way through, so I mean, if I had fingernails, I could probably do it. And I might could do it with just, let me see if I could do it with my tweezers. If I can get them separated with the tweezers, I would really like to use these in my sidebar. It's not looking promising though. I don't know, let's see here. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yay! Okay, I've got 2 here. All right, let's go in with this one first. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the most white space plan with me you guys will have seen me do. I am going to go in with one of these for this. This is gonna be my cleaning. And so no, you know what? I do want to use a background. And I'm going to use a solid. I'm going to use the orange, and then what I'm going to do is put this over the top of it. That's what I'm going to do. And that way it'll be a little bit more covered looking. I just don't like to show the lines, that's all. So if I can cover that, I'm good. I'll just cover this side of that box. Just like that right there. Now this will be my cleaning, and I'll just write that in with a dark marker, probably a brown or this darker green color. Okay, now then, the next thing that I want to do is put in another piece of, I'm calling it washi. I think it was, you know, actually meant to be header covers, but you know what? I put that a little too far over, I do believe. But yeah, I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. You can use it for anything you want. So I'm going to use it like this right here. And I think that works really well. And I think that I will use the other solid that I have here. Let me see. Getting it off. Guys, this is terrible. I hate, you know, that stickers do separate like that when you don't use them. But, you know, that's just life. Okay, this is going to be my next week. And so let me get another one of these. And I'll cover up the edge of this sticker just like that. See how it's turning out, guys? Now, let's see if my tweezers can get this off of the backing. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Okay, and this is going, okay, so I've got cleaning. I don't think that that should be over that far. I'm going to move it again. See, the good thing about this kind of paper is this more of a vinyl feeling paper. It moves easily. Okay, so this is going to be my cleaning. This is going to be my next week, and this is going to be just like important because I have a couple of doctor's appointments this week, and I need to list those and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I take care of that. Now for this, what I'd like to do, I think, I don't want to use exactly the same color, but that's really all I have. So I think what I will do is use this last yellow that I have here, and it'll just be my important. And then I can put another piece of this down, hopefully. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I can put this down to hide the very bottom line. And that will just be sort of like my little important section. So that's my sidebar. I think that looks pretty dang good, guys. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, so far so good. I hate it when I turn it over and it bends the page. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. Now, I do have, out of everything that I've used so far, I have this left over. I have these that I will, let's just move over now because there's no need in not doing so. Well, that way we can eliminate one large piece of paper. And then, you know, I can say I used up a sheet that way. So it's going in the trash, and I'm putting these here. I can move them around later if I want to. Okay, these here. I'm going to go in with a couple of these because these right here are going to probably be the best thing for me to use for my, oh, and I also have these left over, but I mean, you know, I can use these at any time. So I'm going to do that. Let me go in. Let's see. I think it is, yes, it's this day. I have a dental appointment. So I'm just going to put this down right here. It's big, but it's okay. I need to remember it. So I'm going to put that one down for my dental appointment. I do want to use these leaves in different places, so let me go ahead and start with those. I'm just going to kind of lay these down. Uh-oh. No. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to kind of lay these down in some places where I either messed up the washi or there's something dark showing, you know, that sort of thing. And it's very, very tedious, to say the least. Okay, let's see here. Let's try right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these down. I'm going to put down all of my my words for the week that I like to use. And then I think I'll come back and let you see me decorate. Now, guys, that I've gotten all of my weekly words in and the things that I normally put in on a typical week in my main planner, I wanted to go in with just a few of these things. Of course, I don't need the weekend anymore, but I do have these and these. And so maybe just a few leaves along the bottom. I did scatter some pumpkins from some of the samplers that I had, and I had a couple of trees that I thought might work. But I thought maybe, just maybe, we could scatter a couple of leaves along the bottom, and that might, you know, really dress it up a good bit. So yeah, I just thought maybe we could do that. They're really large, so, you know, there's only so many places that they can go, but I don't know, I felt like that they would look really good, especially these colors, because they match so well. So I'm just going to do them like that, and I think I want an orange one on this side over here, so, uh-oh, I almost tore it. Maybe like that right there, just a little something. Okay, let me put these back together, and these, okay, let me put those with the weekend. And then I do have these. I have some spots. I think I would rather use the trees than the pumpkins. Let me see, what can I do here? Let's put a tree, and let's put a red tree over here. I'm just gonna put it at the top. I'm probably going to cut off some of that, but that's okay. What I'm doing really is just hiding away some of the washi and just adding a little bit of a touch of, you know, the trees being there. I'll just trim those off and they'll look like they're part of it. And I'll go with that one. So we can do those there. And then I think we can also go in with some, you know, in some of these places like this right here where there's room. If, you know, I haven't written anything in anywhere, then chances are, you know, I probably am going to have room for such. So let's go down here and put one in this area here. Okay. I think we need another green one somewhere. Maybe along here would be good. And then this last brown one, let's put it right here. Just like that right there. I don't typically have a lot of, you know, little things anyway. Okay, so this is going to be the final spread. This is what it looks like overall. Let's go in and look at it up close. And then well, I'll tell you what, let me go trim this off real quick. Alright, got those trimmed off. So you can see now what I did is I just went in with some deco. I have this that I found on a sampler from one of my Plangineer samplers, and it just says, ugh, it's Monday. I've got my Coffee Monday, calls, dishes, that sort of thing. Groceries, trash, PO run. I've got my Happy Meal and my rack. Get ready for my date. This is date night this week. Here is my cleaning schedule. I had the word clean, so I just used it to label that. This is top knot mode and clean brushes. This is going to be a cleaning day, a really busy day. This is a lazy day for me. Basically, I'll just kind of sleep in and then get ready for my date that night. I have my plan, film, edit, and upload for every single day, plus a place for any little things that I have. I'll just write in what I need to remember. This is going to be where I fill in anything I need to remember for the next week. And then I decided to use this as my quick habit trackers. I usually track water, Instagram, and vitamins. So what I figured I would do is I would just make sure that I have these, make sure that I did them every day, and as I do at the end of the week, I'll just check them off that I done them. I'm hoping it will work that way anyhow. And so on this side, I had, of course, from Sticker Sis, the Coffee Monday and half week spread. Plangineer, I need to call in a refill for Izzy, and I need to bathe her. Doctor's appointment on Thursday. Of course, I have my film edit and upload schedule. My upload schedule for the week. This is going to be a day off for me. I put a little thing from Sassy Apple Studio that says Friday. I had this sticker from Gotta Have a Plan that said Yom Kippur, because it begins on this day and ends on this day. I just had the one sticker, so I used it. Here, this is from Sassy Apple Studio to record the Alabama game. And I'll just write down the score. And then here, that game day sticker came from Gotta Have a Plan also. And then up top here, Check the Girls comes from Hip Digi Chick. I always put that on the first of every month. I have my Quick Tidy from Paper Honey. I do have scattered, this is from my newest addiction. This is from my newest addiction for planning. My laundry sticker, and then this is of course from Glam Planner. My progress pics to remind myself to take pictures is from the Plangineer, and this week's stats is from Pretty on Paper. And then I also had, this was from Sassy Apple Studio. This and this is from my newest addiction, Glam Planner, Sticker Sis, Pop Fizz Paper, and I think that's covering it, guys. I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, that is my main plan with me for this week. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I hope that you liked seeing me try to be a little more creative and actually have some white space here. I'll go in and fill in with a pen, after I get off of camera, and fill in anything that I need to fill in, but otherwise I have plenty of room throughout the week to fill in things, and I'm really excited about that. Guys, if you did enjoy watching this unique plan with me, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please share this video with your friends so that I can begin to grow my channel more, because that's my desire. And I just pray that you will continue to be supportive and wonderful as you always are. I appreciate you so very much, and I hope that you have a great upcoming week, and that's going to be it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.